Reality is that which, when you stop believing in it, doesn't go away. Philip K. Dick. For some people, this statement may come as a relief, because it means some sort of reliability. What is real can't be ruined by despair. While for someone, for me as well, this seems so unfair. Why is reality so damn independent? I may hate it, find it boring, or even not accept it. Yet it will still be here, remaining as it is. How often do you feel like you need to rest from reality, trying to avoid it by watching films, listening to music, daydreaming, etc.? I have this need quite often, which is actually called escapism. The moment I'm in my comfortable reality, it seems like a great solution. But you heard that when you stop believing in it, doesn't go away. Escapism is very addictive because you actually can get to the point where you forget about the reality and join your own one. But the reasons you avoid reality never go away. So you can assure me that you are not here, you are watching a film, which means you are in space fighting tennis. But the truth is that the Avengers will win without you, while your problems, conflicts, challenges, fears will not be fought without your participation. But let's figure out what is escapism, because our modern world provides so many different entertainment. Everyone watches films, listens to music. Oh my goodness, you're watching this talk. Here we are, you're trying to avoid your life. No, calm down. If you don't deal with the compulsive detox overconsumption, everything's fine. Overconsumption is the key word for harmful escapism because every method of escapism is also a part of our reality. We understand the world knowing there are books, video games, imagination. To live a full life, we need different activities like studying, working, hanging out with people, entertaining ourselves with, for example, an interesting book. But when your life is just books and some stuff you are doing while dreaming of an opportunity to read a book, that's already a red flag. As I see it, escapism is not always connected with imagination. Sometimes you can hide from reality in any kind of routine, like studying or working. When the war in Ukraine started, the first 3 weeks I was working out. I mean, I've always enjoyed fitness, but that time I was overdoing my usual workout plan and just couldn't stop myself. It helped me to waste the time somehow and forget about real life. It can be the same to you if you are constantly educating or working, and you do it not because of the certain goals which depend on your hard work, yet for the reason that you don't want to do anything else. You don't know what else you could do, and this routine feels better for you than facing the reality. Perchance, after my example about the war, the talk went too serious. Like this problem only exists in really hard situations. But in truth, before the war, when I was living my ordinary teenage life, I still was extremely prone to escapism. Seems like I have tried too many ways of it and kind of mastered it. Was I an ungrateful pessimist? Fortunately, no. The reasons for me running from reality was just because I could do it. As I mentioned, the modern world provides so many ways to disconnect from reality that you just can't help yourself. You learn about the impossible plots and you start comparing them with less impressive reality. So I had this choice. I either continue living my ordinary teenage life or allow music, films, imagination, and other distant from sexuality pleasures demonstrate that my life is ordinary while their realities can be unforgettable. I guess the choice was obvious. We are aware of so many ways that can make us feel like we have the impossible that we lose understanding why do we even need the possible. Then we just cross the line, turning the pleasure into escapism. So why do we sometimes need to choose real world even if it seems more limited? The answer is very simple. Just not to lose the connection with it, to continue building your life in the real world. Because when the connection is lost, you don't interact with the reality, you kind of stop existing in this reality, which never means you start existing in the desired one. So basically, you just lose yourself. You're indifferent about your own life. You limit yourself to one of you things that, in your opinion, are the best for you. You deprive yourself of a chance to be challenged, to find something new, to improve your life somehow, etc. Alright, now if I have assured you, I know what you think. Okay, I see that I have to go back from my dream world to the real one. Like, that's so easy. When is the next bus to reality? And yeah, I know that being aware isn't enough. To stop avoiding reality, you need a more detailed instruction. I'll give you some tips. First, try to make your reality a bit better. Not wonderfully better, not the best one, not perfect. No, forget those words. The more you expect from the real world, the more imperfections you see in it. So, for instance, maybe you're stuck in a fantasy series about a group of friends who together have gone through everything and live a life full of events. You want to have friendship like this. You want to have some adventures and mystery in life. But remember that your friends are not those characters. In your life, there are no fantastic creatures that you can go to search for at night. And even if they were, your parents wouldn't be glad if you went to chase rare creatures in the dark. That's only possible on Netflix. Your parents would kill you if you get killed by a monster. But you can organize a trip, a picnic, play a funny game, or do anything else interesting and rare in your relationship. That's not exactly what you wanted, but still much better than sitting alone rewatching the same series and dreaming of hanging out with its characters. If you're running from reality because of a certain problem, making the reality a bit better means you need to think of ways of solving this problem. But what to do if it's unsolvable? If you can't impact it in any way, reality demands to be accepted. Your life doesn't revolve around one situation unless you ensure yourself in this. So you still can change some other things with a view to make your reality a bit better. The second, put limitations on the time you spend in your dream world. You can set a timer so as not to spend too much time disconnected from reality. Also, I suggest you interact with people. That's what always helps me. Other people do not live in my illusions, fortunately for them, probably. So, while I'm communicating with them, I can't continue staying in those illusions. So, they help me to see the world as it is in order to maintain the conversation about existing things. The next thing you should do is identify reasons why you need to solve this problem. A stranger from the video told me it's not a reason. I mean, I'm convincing, but analyze how getting stuck in an illusion harms you. Find things that you actually like about the reality and don't want to lose, and consider what do you expect from your future. It might happen that while you'll be doing this, you'll discover that the inner escapist has become such an inseparable part of you that it is what you don't want to lose too. You enjoy getting so much pleasure from imagination, or you feel productive in your routine. But that's because escapism has built a comfort zone for you, which people are always scared to live. When you get used to reality, this feeling will be gone. The last thing I'd like to say, I'll justify our reality a bit. The world is always unpredictable, and we don't know everything about it. And even if we did, every next moment is a new episode of existence, a new unexplored part of it. So, for some people, reality is overfilled with everything, while for someone it is too boring. But I believe that both can find comfort in it if you start there, but not in your own illusions.